hard? I hope the answer is fabulous. So, excellent. So straight up, I'm going to say welcome to Tracy Creating. I am Tracy, and throughout this video, may you be inspired, learn something new, or simply relax while you're watching. Let's see, hopefully find the best spot for you. And what we have is a 16 by 20 inch canvas. And so we are going to use Montmartre colours and also a little bit of Atelier pouring medium and Flood Floetrol to mix the paints with. This one I'm going to add a dash of water. So this one is pink. Nothing, no fancy name, just literally called pink. So let's see. Just another little bit of water. And this one should be perfect. So I did just mix some of these up before going live. So while I've been getting the rest of the things ready, they've just been sitting there, settling into each other. That feels much nicer. So this one is the magenta. Just check that one. Feels pretty good, but I think just put a drop of water in. So sometimes I understand for some people they don't want to see the mixing paint or anything like that because they've seen it 100 times before. But sometimes you've got somebody new that comes in and they might go, oh, what does a dash of water mean? Well, now you can see. That one feels better. So the orange is much runnier in itself. So there must be some kind of difference with the pigment. This is a previous paint I used. So the light green with a dash of titanium white. And this is titanium white. So have a look at that one. And that feels pretty good too. So I'm not using silicone today because when I use silicone, well, if I'm going to do something that involves some string, or in my case, 8-ply wool, so very general wool that you can get in most stores. If you use silicone, it can distort the final result that you're going for. So I prefer not to use silicone for that. So first thing first, we are going to get our colours down. I'm not quite sure, there is no actual plan for getting colour down. However, that looks amazing. Just start with that. And another great tip, it's great if you can have a microfiber cloth or similar right nearby that's already pre-damp, and so you can wipe your hands clean whenever you need. And I asked my son to wet this one for me, so I just squeezed a little bit of extra water out. He's such a good boy. So yeah, and it just helps keep your hands neater and tidier as you're handling the canvas or your cups or anything. So let's have a look. So this one's orange. This is another colour from Montmartre that is nothing fancy about the name. Pretty simple. I know that there are many colours out there that get really hard to say. All right, pink, Sorry about that. My children, my family, they're all around me while I do this, so sometimes you may just hear something in the background. It happens. So a bit of white. Alrighty. Excuse me. So I think because we've got a limited amount of this green left, we'll be a little bit choosy as to where we put our pops of green. Let's see. Yeah, that looks... There's a very small amount left if we feel like we need it anywhere else. Depends how it goes as we spread it out. So, good evening, Mum. Right. So, let's have a look now. So we'll work on spreading it around, filling in gaps, and getting it over that edge. So just gently to start. Might use my thumb and forefinger on the corner if I want to catch some of that and keep it on the canvas just a little bit longer. I can see many of the holes have filled in. Time to maybe work our way around the edges. So we'll come to this one now. Again, using my thumb and forefinger as a corner catcher. And bring it back. Oh, it's getting heavy. It's like holding a canvas is good, but when you add all the paint, kind of feels like it gets a little bit heavy. Just bring that middle section over the edge and head back to the corners up here. So we'll head down here first and back a little bit, and then we'll head to the final corner. Watching it flow over the edge, and as it grabs that corner, grabs that side, you hear the bitter patter of the paint on the plastic. There we go. So while I just clean myself up for a moment, let that settle. And just grab this bit because I'm very likely to lean into it, lean into the table. There we go. All right. So we've got some definite lines here, but I actually wanted to blow it around. I'm just going to take off this glove for a moment and grab the hairdryer. So this one I have used masking tape on the front of to narrow where the air blows. And just get that plugged in. Okay, so when I first turn it on, I'm going to turn it away from my painting and blow out all the little dust and everything. So this hairdryer has, I'm going to do it on low air and low heat, or no heat, because I just want to move it around a little bit. So I might just use no heat, low air. So there we go, you can see how I wanted to just move around some of it, not all of it. And while I was doing that, I had another idea come to mind. So that may be coming up during the week in a pre-recorded video. Just put my glove back on. And let's see. I'm having difficulty seeing the chat if you've come in to say hello. Hello, Celine B. How are you? Thanks so much for popping in and checking out my live video. Live recording, actually. So with this, I want to add some string as an embellishment. I don't want to do a string dip flower or string dip rose or anything that I've previously done. But I do want to use the string in a completely different idea. Okay. I'm just going to have to make a point of checking my phone that's up here for anything in the chat box. So this one here is the Montmartre Phthalo Blue. So I think we may use that. So I'm just going to put a length of wool in there. Doesn't matter how long because it depends on what you want to do with it. So you measure it out according to what you want to do. So just putting that in. Okay. So as previously with the string dip, I think I'll just like to grab some pink. Sorry, I was having this corner kept drawing my eye thing. I need something. It was distracting me. So there we go. So previously with the things that I've done with string, put them down in different shapes, varying shapes and styles, and pull them. So then that would leave our amazing effects. For example, that one. So, sorry, I thought my mum would cooperate and show you that one a bit better, but it didn't seem to want to. All right. So, but with this one, what I want to do, pull out the string. Might have to remove the stick entirely because it's catching on the wood of the stick. Pop that there. Pull out the string. And even though I'm going to lay it in an area, when I remove the string, I'm not going to pull it. It's going to be about adding, like for this one, a spiral. And there we go. So instead of creating a little something like a flower, a spiral, we're just using it to kind of doodle with. So let's maybe try here. So you want to have a lot of paint on the string so that it does leave behind, well, that got pretty out of shape, didn't it? So that it does leave behind a trace of paint. There we go. You can see in the thinner areas, that's where the paint is just lifting back up with it. So just try and move you, because I'm dealing with the string and I'm dealing quite high, and just move you over to the side for a moment. See how we go. I'd like to go right there, include that blue section. Try and match that up. And slowly lifting it up, hoping that it's creating, leaving behind that line. Oh, sweet. So now I want to just create a bit of a stem. Because it's like they're their own flowers. I'll just add some more paint, putting it in the cup, rolling the paint around to cover because there's not much in there. Okay. Start at the bottom. just to touch that one, coming down, and then we'll go over and do the one on the right. All right. Lift that up. So then just using a little bit of paint in the string dip. It's still a string dip because you're dipping the string in the paint, which is what the whole scenario was all about. You can't wait to set yourself up again. Awesome. So now I just use a little bit of what is here on the blue. And create a couple of little leaves by doing the string dip pull. Let's go up here. It's all in how you can manipulate the string. You can pick it up, bring it out to the side, pull it down, but bring it back to the center as you're lifting it. Put one on this side. Bring it out to the center, out to the side, lift it back up. And one a little bit high over here. There we go. Pretty much that was the idea. Creating flowers by trying to embellish with a doodle. So one of the questions will be, how will this dry? Will the blue sink at all? We have to get a little there we go, get that out. And even if they could go a bit larger, because I think I was thinking that. And at this point, let's see if we can just now I'm just playing. Guiding the string. Okay. So I'm not overly think there is definitely merit to it. I'm not sure I got what I was aiming for in this one. That's probably the better of the three. So I think what we might just do now, that's where I doodled around it, is turn the hairdryer on blow it around a little more, and if nothing else, we've created a beautiful background to embellish further on. So let's blow it around. Okay, so hair dryer. There we go. That is one whole crop of orange in there. We're going to just adjust that a little. And some magenta, and then bring it down for a close-up. We had an experiment. We have a future canvas to work with. So yeah. Okay, we'll have a go with this. A bit more white on the top. There we go. So, love to try out new things. I can't say it got the full 3Ls from me, that's for sure. The colours are very... Sorry, I wasn't getting the other... Look, I've got nothing on my other device in chat. So, sorry about that. Let me go back. And Carrie. Is the base wet? I missed the beginning. I just poured the different colors down onto a canvas straight from out of the wrapping, and then tilted it around so the paint was over the edges and to the corners and all that. So thank you, Kerry. Loving this. Genius. I don't know about that. It's gorgeous. Thank you. I do think that there is definitely something further that this is going to be ready for, and I will definitely play around with the string. I'm not sure, but that if I do, it will come up in a pre-recorded video. Thanks so much for joining me live. Please subscribe, like, comment and share. It really does help, and lovely to see you guys here. Thanks so much for coming in. So on that note, we'll leave this to dry and we'll sign off for the night. So in all of that, I forgot to give you a quick close-up of, look at those areas. They're stunning. So as we just go through the middle, and over to the right hand side. I think afterwards I might just blow this section out with a little bit more light pink. So good night, Mum. Good night, Kerry. Thank you so much. And yeah, for everybody, take care. It is important because you are important. And so be kind, be creative, and be fabulous. Bye.